Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel are free and easy for you, and they help me out a lot. If you want to go further with your support, Patreon and YouTube membership offer access to the BoshNRoll Discord community, early access to lists, written content, things like that. You can have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use YouTube membership, you also get sweet badges and emotes integrated here into YouTube. You can support the channel while you shop at tcgplayer.com by using my affiliate link in the video description, and you can play any deck anytime by using a cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. If you want to wear your support, check out the merch store. And of course, thanks for being here. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome back for another BoshNRoll Legacy video. Today at the request of Patreon subscriber Matt, I am visiting Mono Blue Oracle combo. This is a deck we've seen on the enemy side of the board a number of times recently on the channel. I'm excited to get to try it out myself. What we're doing here is exiling our deck and resolving Thassa's Oracle. That's the whole shit. This deck reminds me a lot of Dimir Inverter, the Pioneer deck that ended up getting banned because it was too good, where you used Inverter of Truths to flip your graveyard in your deck, and then you resolve Thassa's Oracle and win the game. A lot of familiar pieces here in that deck, Thassa's Oracle, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries being big ones. Obviously, the Legacy card pool allows for some things that Pioneer doesn't. If Malevolent Hermit had been legal at the time, if the card existed, I'm sure it would have been in the Pioneer deck as well. But our Dimir, our Inverter of Truths is Paradigm Shift here. Instead of a 4-mana creature, it's a 2-mana sorcery. Exile your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library. That's a powerful effect. Thought Lash, cumulative upkeep. Exile the top card of your upkeep, or of your library. Exile your upkeep. Get fucked upkeep. When a player doesn't pay Thought Lash as a cumulative upkeep, that player exiles all cards from their library. This is a one-shot either way, because you can also exile the top card of your library, prevent the next one damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Damage doesn't have to be happening for you to use this ability. It just makes a bubble that the next time you would take one, you don't instead. And you just float 50 little damage bubbles and cast Thassa's Oracle, then you win. Thought Lash can exile your deck. Paradigm Shift can exile your deck. To find the Oracle, we have Shelldock Isle, the old hideaway land that gets active when you have 20 or fewer cards in your deck. Well, it's when a player has 20 or fewer cards in their deck, but it's probably going to be you in this particular matchup. This gives you 4 cheat looks towards Thassa's Oracle or towards one of the exile cards. Jace doubles as more oracles, so you functionally have 7 of these, but Jace just costs twice as much, and you need to activate it to actually win the game. Step Through, I think, is kind of the glue that holds this deck together. There's a bunch of flavor text about paying 5 mana to bounce 2 creatures at sorcerer speed, but what's important here is wizard cycling for 2. Discard this card, search your library for a wizard, put it in your hand. Malevolent Hermit is a wizard if you need protection. Thassa's Oracle is a wizard if you need a win condition. Spellseeker is a wizard if you need Paradigm Shift. And this particular build of the deck, we're getting kind of in the weeds here off of the main strategy. Matt sent me 2 different versions of this deck. One of them looked really stock, for whatever stock is for this kind of off-meta combo deck. And then Matt's version, he had a bunch of preordains in the main deck to help dig. But I didn't like how those line up against the Chalice of the Void in the sideboard, and Matt said as much too. He said he doesn't like that either. But Chalice of the Void is necessary in the 5 Pyroblast metagame that we're living in right now. You need Chalice post-board against any deck with red mana for the most part. Oh, I didn't like the preordains. I didn't like that friction. And I found on MTG Goldfish 2 trophy leagues posted a week apart from each other by Magic Online user Mach1. The one from a week ago had Chalice of the Void in the main deck. It had Dazes. It had an extra land. It was just like doing a lot of very different things. It had Force of Negation in the main to go with the Force of Will. And it just seemed like a more prison-oriented build in the main. And then you just sideboard additional interaction. I kind of like the idea of going fast in the main and using the sideboard for most of your interaction. And there's Force of Will and Pact of Negation and Malevolent Hermit in this deck, so it's not like you're just shields down. But getting more interaction in. I'm sure the Chalice version wasn't playing packed main. It just like shifted the interaction around, but in general, I think it slowed the deck down and diluted it. But Mach 1 did trophy with it, so there's something there. The second list, also by the same user, is this one that fleshed out the wizard package a bit more. The Spellseeker was added from the previous Trophy League, and Umara Wizard, which I am almost certain is going to be terrible, but it is the 20th land in the deck. It lets you wizard cycle for a land if you're in a pinch, and it's also blue for Force of Will. It does check a lot of boxes. I'm suspicious, sus AF about this one, but I think it's cool. I'm going to try it. We're already on the fringe of the fringe. Might as well flesh out our step through wizard cycle package. So we got a bonus Spellseeker that now step through can eventually get Paradigm Shift, and step through can get a land if necessary. The sideboard, the Chalices I mentioned, required for any Red Blast possible matchups. Leyline of the Void. Mystical Dispute for any blue mirrors, or not mirror, but like anyone who's going to interact with you via Force of Will. Mystical Dispute's probably really important for Narset and Teferi as well, because Teferi shuts down Shelldock Isle straight up. Like, you just can't use hideaway abilities with Teferi in play. And Narset, this deck doesn't do a whole lot of drawing cards. It's more about finding them. Like, because you're a Chalice deck, you're not playing Ponder, Brainstorm, Preordain. You have Impulse to dig, Shelldock Isle to dig. You're doing a lot of impulsing and tutoring in this deck, which I do like a lot. That's good deck building. So Narset isn't lights out, but it's still not a card you want your opponent to have. Energy Flux and Herx for 8 cast, and a little Echoing Truth for just whatever. Whatever slips through the cracks, you can bounce it. That's what's going on here. This is Mono Blue Thassa's Oracle combo from subscriber Matt. Let's check it out. My opening hand on the play in round 1 is a Heater, 2 Shelldock Isles, Paradigm Shift, Oracle, and fucking Umara Wizard. All right, Umara Wizard, regrettable that it's in this hand, but I do have the entire combo and a lot of digging around it. I wonder if I want Hermit. I think I want Force of Will under there. Yeah, because there's not like a slow game where you cast Hermit out from under that. I'm going to tuck a Force under there. With the whole squad in my hand already, like the Shift and the Oracle, there is reason to hide a protection spell under there. And if they crack off a Wasteland, I'm not even mad. Luda Delta strategy. Fetching Swamp. Shit, we're dead. Thoughtseize, kind of scary. Mostly scary because the jig is up. Like, I mean, they have to take Paradigm Shift. Because if they take... Oh, well, fuck me then. Can I win? If I shift, it flips Oracle into my deck. Oh, wow. This is exciting. If I play Sappers and Scary, do I need that much mana next turn? Yeah, I need to cast Oracle. Yeah, I need to cast the Oracle. Like, if I just shift right now, my deck becomes Oracle and Lotus Petal. Unfortunately, there's no way to not have the Oracle or the Lotus Petal in the deck. I could Shelldock Isle and save the Sappers and Scary. What am I saving for? Force Will was a big hit. If they Thoughtseize me... Right, I'm going to Shelldock Isle again. Let's load up this buddy. Another Shift. An Impulse. Step through. The flavor text might come up here. If I just bounce a Grizzlebrand or some shit. I don't think I'm going to need a second Paradigm Shift, but it could keep me alive in an emergency. Oh, but then I would have to exile my Oracle. That doesn't make sense. I guess I will take the step through. Weird. Yeah, I'm just going for it. I came to party. I do hate that this Lotus Petal goes into the deck, though. I really just wanted the Oracle in there. Now I'm 50-50 to rip the win or not, rather than 100%. And half is worse than a whole. Just gotta hope they ram into this Force of Will with no backup plan. How'd we do? I don't think I ram if I didn't find the Force. Oh god. We have a main deck Veil of Summer. What's going on right now? Oh no! My life is shit. Okay. Well, I need them to whiff, and then I also need to hit the Oracle. Wow, main deck Veil of Summer. Storm is not fucking around anymore. Thoughtseize and Duress, all bad. Currently not doing anything with their hand. Infernal Tutor, if they find LED, I'm dead. Alright, Cabal Ritual, LED, Infernal Tutor. Alright, they figured it out. Wow, that Veil of Summer is some BS. Oh, they're still going. Lotus Petal. I'm already dead. Stop the damn match. Petal, Petal. Yeah, turn 2 win with Thoughtseize and Veil of Summer to protect it is powerful magic. Which is, I mean, it's what they needed because I had a protected turn 3 maybe win. I had a protected turn 3 50-50 to win and a definite turn 4 win. They successfully tutored for Tendrils. That was a highly interactive game considering we only played 2 turns. We both put up a fight. We both threatened a combo. That was fun. Now this is pod racing. I've never slammed a Chalice of the Void into my deck so fast. Can't even wait. I love that that's there. Mystical Dispute doesn't win fights over anything. Like, I can beat up on their cantrips, but Chalice of the Void is coming in to beat up on cantrips anyway. Yeah, that's not really the goal. This is not a Pact of Negation matchup. Like, I just can't cast it on their turn because I'll die. And they don't interact with me on my turn. So Pact of Negation come out. There's also a good chance I'm just going to slam a Chalice on 0. That might be as good or better than Chalice on 1. Or if I have 2 Chalices, definitely one of them's going on 0. I could bring in the Ley Lines, because this is a Pass and Flames deck and a Cabal Ritual deck. Leyline is good against Ad Nauseam. It's not good against the Epic Storm. I could Echoing Truth a army of Goblin tokens. I don't think that's where I want to be, though. If they go Goblins, that gives me multiple turns to set up and do stuff. Okay, I'm going to cut Umara Wizard. Sorry, you big idiot. That card's out of the deck. Though it did its best possible role in that game, which is pitch to Force of Will in a combo matchup. I like that. I don't know if we're going to have time to fart around with Spellseeker, and Hermit is good because I could just put it into play as a 2-1 Mystical Dispute, but can target anything. Let's do attack and protect me. Do I cut Jace here? I wonder, I think it's one of the 4 drops, but is it Thoughtlash or Jace? Is it an enabler or a payoff? I have more ways to find... All right, so I have 4 Oracles, 4 Step Throughs, 4 Paradigm Shift, 4 Thoughtlash. I don't think it's Impulse. Maybe it is Impulse. All right, I'm running out of time to figure it out. Impulse is gone. Rather than the card that finds the good cards, I'll just leave all the good cards in the deck. See if this works. I'm going to keep this hand. It is reasonably disruptive. The Leyline is not nothing. Leyline doesn't shut them down. Like, this isn't Reanimator. They have lines that can win without their graveyard. But this is turn 2 win with a Leyline to buy me time. Scary and Petal. I'm going to play the Petal out because I want to represent counter magic. Volcanic Island. Ponder. This is not a discard spell. Don't you duress me now. Passing the turn. Hell yeah. Okie dokie, artichokes. We're gonna Paradigm Shift and Oracle. Should do it. Unless this is a crazy deck playing Days or some shit. Oh yeah. We're exchanging turn 2 victories. We're going into game 3 with me on the draw. At least I have Force of Will in my deck. And the Leyline is relevant as well. Now I can put more thought into Impulse versus Thoughtlash, but I think going fast like that is the solution. Like, this deck doesn't have... They have discard for interaction, not counterspell, so I just want to pile on going fast against them. Okay, Chalice. I'm not going fast here. Do I think Chalice can win the game on its own? This is risky, but I'm not going to mulligan a Chalice of the Void. They kind of have to respect both Leyline and Force when they're making mulligan decisions. I don't have Leyline. Please don't turn 1 me. Thoughtseize is also annoying. Please just cast Ponder. That's what I want from you right now. Okay, blue mana. Now I have an actual really interesting decision of Chalice on 1 or 0. And I think it's 1. Like the cantrips, any answer to Chalice would cost 1. Veil of Summer is 1. Dark Ritual is 1. But they could just like Petal, LED, Infernal Tutor. I think 1 is the answer though. Dang. Please die to this. I don't have a backup plan. Okay, no spells past the turn. That's what I was hoping for with the Chalice. I think I want to Shell Dock first, and then next turn I can Impulse twice with my mana, versus, like... Yeah, I think that makes sense. Petal, Otawara, Malevolent Hermit. None of these are good. I guess it's Hermit. I'm at the please don't draw a ley line phase of the game. I just keep finding action. I think we're going to be okay. Okay, I can Thought Lash now, say now or never, go. Or I could hold up my double impulse situation. And if I find a paradigm shift, I can win next turn. I think I want to hold up the double impulse. Or am I being a coward? I think I might be being a coward. I should jam Thought Lash. Yeah, if I jam Thought Lash, I can play Jace next turn. I have Jace and Thassa's Oracle. So they do actually have to win here. Like, Thoughtseize doesn't work. They have to win through Chalice right now. Or destroy Thought Lash somehow. But even then, I could just eat 47 cards in response and be okay. We came to jam. Let's jam. They've either been building Storm or locked out of the game at this point. Oh, I could get Besaju'd here. Fuck. That's definitely happening. Oh, I'm so dead. Alright, don't have it. They've not done any sculpting. They had a Mull to 6, cast Ponder, and then have taken no game action since then to advance their own situation. Whatever's in their hand has been there from the draw step. And Thought Lash, unfortunately, stops damage, not life loss, so Tendril still kills me. Maybe just don't have it. Or if you do have it non-deterministically. Work for it. We got a priority pass. Does that mean anything? We're in second main. Let me see that end step. No, don't take actions. Wishclaw, okay. That's fine. Yeah, we're getting a turn. Holy guacamole, that was scary. I would like to pay the cumulative upkeep. Draw for my turn, and then I can cast the Hermit, but then I don't have enough blue to Oracle, so let's just start preventing damage. Just exiling cards here. Prevent the next 40 damage to myself this turn. Okay, we got the F6. So either we're getting played or we're winning. Those are the two ways this goes. I guess I could have resolved Thassa's Oracle first and then exiled my deck, but I don't think that matters. Yeah, with 2 cards left in my deck, I'll Oracle. I don't think they have counterspells, and my devotion is 4, so we're good. We did it. Okay, just whirling shit at each other. My deck was slightly more interactive when it needed to be, but it seemed like they just didn't have it because the coast was clear that turn. I wonder how much sculpting I actually shut down, how many like Thoughtseizes and whatever was in their hand. All right, crazy match. Off to the next one. I'm on the play with double shift, no Oracle, no Jace, no route to them. I think this is a mulligan. And shift with Force of Will backup's tough to get rid of, but this hand does look really bad. This one looks... Oh god. This one wants to step through for the wizard. I guess that's not even true. Like if I have 2 mana, I have Paradigm Shift, I would just get Oracle. Do you keep the 1-lander? This does have the whole combo with protection if I find another land. There's 19 lands left in the deck, including the wizard guy. I'm going to keep this and bottom Thought Lash. Just have some faith. An island. Is it the mirror match? All right, Preordain. If it is the mirror match, it's Matt's Preordain build. Top. Come on, deck. Add it. I've just revealed I'm a combo deck. I could step through for this stupid land, or I could cast Impulse. Oh my god, am I stepping through for this land? I think I am. I feel so bad because it's also my route to Oracle. But I have to... Do I have to get the land? Do I have to do anything? Could I just not do anything? I could just hold up Impulse. I believe they're a combo deck, so I can behave as such. Another Preordain. Oh no. Is this Storm again? The Bloodstained Mire. My read was show and tell at first, but now we are doing Storm business. Well, this league might go really quickly if this is the sort of pairings we're getting. A Thoughtseize. I think I just have to let this resolve. Took my Impulse. Okay. Don't think I Wizard Cycle here. Rewarded. Okay. I'm a land away from victory. Unless I'm already dead, which is entirely possible. Oh yeah, not looking good for our hero. 2 Dark Rituals. My wizards don't help me here, right? None of them interacted instant speed. No, Malevolent Hermit, goodbye time. But we're not getting time. There's no tricks with Pact. It's purely on defense, or on offense. Because unless you have 5 mana, you can't actually pay for it. There's no tricks. Alright, Ad Nauseam has resolved. They still have their land drop. They have 2 LEDs in play. I believe that's already enough to win. They need a couple more Storm, but that is the tendrils and the mana to do it. I'll always give my Storm opponent a chance to mess up, though. They're at 4. They have plenty face up here to win the game. 5, Storm, Dark Rituals 6, Lotus Petals 7, Thoughtseize is 8, Infernal Tutors 9, sack the LEDs in response. Yeah, they are there and more. And I'm going to F6 and let them figure it out, though. A Brainstorm, a Duress. Yep. Yeah, I guess Thoughtseize puts you to 1. Not that that matters. I'm not playing Gutshot, I promise. Taking the Pact to Negation for style. Okay, they know how to hold priority. That was the last test here. God, they passed in flames. Now you're just showing off. Oh, it was Tendrils in the graveyard. Did they have to do that? All right, fair enough. You got me. But I've lost game 1 against Storm before. We're familiar with this sideboard plan. Umara Wizard, Active Negation, Spellseeker, and it was Impulse that I settled on last time. I still think that just density of win conditions is better than cantrips. All right, let's go. I'm on the play with not much. I have a turn 2 Hermit, turn 3 Win, if I think that's good. Do I think they're going to give me a turn? I have Leyline and Chalice in my deck, and I'm on the play. I'm going to mulligan. I think I can do better. Not better. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to put one of the Leylines on the bottom and the Oracle. I don't know, this is awkward regardless. We saw Duress. Thoughtseize gets both of them. Does this matter? I'm on just the full control plan here. I have both of my prison elements and Force of Will. It's just, I guess with the step throughs, the Jaces, the Oracles. All right, I'll bottom Oracle. Put Leyline into play. I am going to Chalice on 0. Probably. Okay, another Force of Will, a Thought Lash. If I tuck Thought Lash under there, well, my enabler... All right, I'm going to put Force of Will under there. I'm going to play Chalice on 0. There are still Lotus Petals in my deck, which causes some tension. But let's put the shields up. A Duress. Disappointing. Well, it's going to resolve. They have the choice of taking the Force, which is like the obvious, I'm a combo deck, I'll take that. Or the Paradigm Shift, which turns on Shelldock. Like, what if there's Oracle under there? Could be anything. All right. I am in the need mana part of the game, but if I find mana, I get Oracle, and then I can shift, and then on the following turn, do Oracle stuff. Fast and Flames lines are off for them right now. They need to answer my Chalice before they can Lion's Eye Diamond, but there are just storm lines that ignore both. Fuck me running. All right. 4 Lotus Petals in the deck versus 18 lands, but we found that one first. Guaranteed every time. We bought them both cards with the Preordain last turn and missed a land drop. That means that they kept a hand with zeros for mana. Oh, my Chalice is doing what it's supposed to here. Oh. Get Brainstorm locked. Just, no. Well, that doesn't mean they're not Brainstorm locked. Oh, are we just building Storm, or was that a misclick? Okay. We just randomly discarded Lion's Eye Diamond to the Exile zone on a turn where it's going to be very difficult to get any mana going. I feel like that was a mistake. Oh, no. I'm going to get a free Lion's Eye Diamond discard off this opponent and still lose. Just wait. It's going to happen. All right, the Down and Dirty Infernal Tutor for a second Dark Ritual. Starting to work their way around the Chalice. Power through it. I've done nothing to pressure their life total at all. Yeah, this has not panned out well. Burning Wish, my goodness. Let the hate flow through you. They could wish for an answer to Chalice, or they could wish for some way to win through it. Yeah, here checks the box. All right, deck, it's time to draw a Force of Will. I don't even want to land anymore. I just want to counter this Pier. Can't even double up on Chalice on 0 because the first one counters the second one. 1 mana would have locked these Dark Rituals down and done the whole shit. I'm not going to copy that. Yeah. That's that, kids. I'll let them peer into the abyss. I have whiffed on Peer into the Abyss live on this channel before. Good luck, have fun. They did just unlock my Lotus Petal if I get another turn. In some fantasy world where that happens. Here they come. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Peer into the Abyss. Draw 21 cards. Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. Lotus Petal. They're moving like they got something here. Leyline, hold the fort. Uh-oh, 10 Storm and plenty of black mana here. They figured it out. Alright, yeah. Mull to 5, tough beats. There were decisions in the mulligans of like, do I play slow and steady, or do I try to play to my prison posture that I boarded into? And, you know, not hitting a land drop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws. Tough, but that's Magic sometimes. I stand by that mulligan decision. Next round. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the play again, running hot. I'm going to keep this hand. It doesn't have A or B, but it has 3 impulses and protection. I'm going to go for it. The blue combo experts in the comments can let me know why this is wrong or right. I'd love to hear it. Okay, found Paradigm Shift and sent 3 functional oracles to the bottom. Shift is awkward to put there, though, because if I'm shifting, like if I'm activating Shelldock, it means I've already shifted. Do I want to just leave Shift in the deck? Is there any chance I'm going to step through for actual bounce 2 creatures and it be good? I think I want to leave Shift in the deck. I don't think you need to shift twice very often. Yeah, I'll just exile something tertiary, not actually exile a main card. If I get Wastelanded, I don't care. Right, the Prismatic Vesta deck probably doesn't have Wasteland in it. A Ponder. Not a lot of shuffles in this deck. There's Spellseeker and Step Through. Drew the Shift. Rewarded or something. I'm going to hold up Impulse now rather than build up my mana, because Impulsing now, like if I played Sappers and Scary this turn and just drew Thassa's Oracle, that would have been the combo. But by islanding this turn, I get to Impulse this turn, Impulse next turn, play the Sappers and Scary, and then shift with Protection the turn after that. Oh, that card is not good against me. At least generally speaking. What is this blue deck with Unlicensed Hearse in it? Is this what Blue-A Control's doing these days? Okay, Jace is a payoff, or I could Hermit for protection. I think I want Jace. Yeah, story checks out. I'm going to play Sappers and Scary. I can Impulse again this turn. If I find an Ancient Tomb or Lotus Petal, I can shift and Jace next turn. Even pay for a pact if I start a fight that I can't win. Well, impulse action in the end step, as advertised. Okay. That is the Lotus Petal, but I could also step through and get Oracle over multiple turns, set up 2 different win cons against the seemingly mono blue deck with multiple lands open. Like Force of Negation is just open on the hard cast. I could get a second pact and just set up a big fight. Yeah, my foot's on the gas. Let's go. Ooh, Spellseeker, that's exciting. I'm gonna play Spellseeker. That's at least something that interacts with the board. And next turn I'll have 6 mana to Jace and shift, and I could get a 3rd Pact of Negation. Oh my god. If they slam to Fairy, I just lose. This is the life I signed up for. Let's go. First eats my impulse. Uh-oh, they are a white deck. Birds to Plowshares, don't care. Okay. If you would draw a card, target player mills 2 and draw a card. Wow, that actually does shut down the Jace line. Like, I would have to untap with Jace still in play. But I guess I can't really force a negation this card. Brainstorm. Thought Lash. Okay. Is investing in Thought Lash the way? Target player mills 2 and I draw a card. But not with Narset around. I will play Otawara. I guess I could have Otawara bouncing Narset. Otawara is also my out to Fairy. Maybe I fucked that up. Step through his only creatures. If I could bounce Planeswalkers, it would be pretty good right now. And I don't have ways to draw cards on my opponent's turn. I've already drawn cards now. If they can even just like Brazen Borrower a Jace. And upkeep is before draw, so wow. Narset's actually just devastating here. I should have held on to Otawara. Okay, I'm going to invest in Thought Lash, see if we're having a fight. Force pitching Brainstorm. That's a deal. Not the fight I need to fight. Yeah, I said in the deck tech that Narset doesn't do much against this deck, and it doesn't, but it does shut down the Jace combo. It doesn't touch Oracle at all. Alright, we got another Narset in hand. I need an Oracle. I also just cast Jace. What happens? But if I cast Jace, yep, should have held on to Otawara. Should have waited a turn, been a little more patient. That was the line here, and I let it go. Wandering Emperor. No rush here. They can have some creatures. I got time. I'm at 21. Exiling their own graveyard with Hearst to get it bigger. Trying to get this clock faster. That makes sense. This step through in my graveyard finally has targets. I'm taking 7 here. That is a 3-turn clock. Alright, this involves +1 counters. It's still a 3-turn clock. The 4th Pact of Negation. Get fucked me. I can... What can I do? I just need to draw Oracle or find Oracle or I lose. Yeah, there were different options when I got Pact of Negation. I blew it on the Otawara, that's for sure. Okay, I mean, I have 4 packs. If I find an out, I'll get to jam it. Looking for Oracle. I'm sure they don't have 4 counter spells in their hand. Or 5 is what you'd actually need. Okay, I'm at 6. Deck, it's time to deliver. Thassa's Oracle. That's a land. Not really helpful here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. I have a plan. It's not a good one, but it is a plan. Brainstorming in response. Okay. I could use a brainstorm. Stupid Narset. Okay, well, I am literally dead if this Jace doesn't resolve, so I'm going to Pact the Force. I think I just cast a non-foil pact after I showed them or I cast a foil pact after showing them a non-foil pact. Soft. Bad play. Don't do more stuff. Come on. I can't pay for 2 of these things. Oh no. Is there anything to be done here? Other than go all the way in. Okay. I can't draw a card. I can Paradigm Shift. And then mill my my last two cards. Maybe they'll concede and not understand how this works. Another pact. Mill myself and draw a card. This is actually so close. Hideaway doesn't care about timing restrictions, so I can bounce their attackers this turn and be alive, but I have to pay for 3 packs, and then I still don't win. That was an exciting game. But if they attack Jace instead of me, that helped? I don't think so. All right, we are going to step through, bouncing the big token and the 6/6. Oh, dynamic, exciting magic, ruined by Narset. Ruined by me playing Otawara. Let's be honest. Cast a spell. Let me jam my 4th pact. I'll show you what's what. Ah! I cannot pay for these. I'm dead. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, if I sandbag Otawara, bounce the Narset, give myself a turn where I can actually go off. But if I end up with 3 cards in my graveyard, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, that's tricky. Okay, a blue deck. Mystical Dispute, that's what you're for. Umara Wizard, once again. Probably getting the chop here. Force of Negation looks really good. Hermit looks great. Spellseeker's probably medium bad. I would like to point out that I chose this version of the deck because of the cute step-through package, and I'm boarding out the cute parts of the step-through package almost every round. So, worth noting. And I don't think... I mean, I could slow down, cut a Lotus Petal. I could... I believe Paradigm Shift is uncuttable. Oracle's uncuttable. Impulse and Lotus Petal, I think, are the last cuttable cards here. Which one do I think is worse? I think I'm going to cut Impulse on the play, and I'll cut Lotus Petal on the draw if we get to a game 3. They only showed me blue and white mana. I'm not bringing in the Chalices for Pyroblast. I mean, Chalice is good against their cantrips too, but I didn't lose to cantrips. I lost to Narset. That's pretty, but I don't think it's good. A mulligan. I think this one is pretty and good. I'm going to keep it. And I believe I'm going to send Impulse to the bottom. Or one of the forces. Yeah, one of the forces can go. I'm going to play Ancient Tomb and pass. Active Negation. You love to see it. Hermie pressures Planeswalkers. A good chance they boarded out their Swords to Plowshares. You counter this, it comes back more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Spewed off a weird brainstorm there. And then I ended up with Hermit anyway. Okay, the squad is here. I'm gonna attack with Hermit. And I think I just want to Impulse for a land. Really want multiple blue sources actually to win this game. Like I need one now and one in the future for this to work. Found one. I don't shift now, though that would put 1 card in my graveyard. No. I think I want to take this slow. I have Hermit up. I have the whole combo with multiple layers of protection. Chillin'. Uh-oh. Pyroblast is in the deck. Cycling Timeless Dargon. Dargon. Hermit can counter anything I would care about here. Blue Source? Okay, that's big money for next turn. I'm going to play a Scary. Do I want to attack? If I attack into Hull Breacher, I don't care about that. Hermit's better as the back half than the front half. Yeah, drawing 2 blue sources in a single draw step was pretty dynamic. Pyroblast resolves. Yeah, they waited to the correct point to do that, where I can't jump it back into play immediately. Surgicaling my Hermit. Okay. Seeing my handful of the game with backup. So, Surgicaling Hermit is tough. They know exactly what they have to beat now, and I want to draw a blue card so I can protect myself here. Instead, Brainstorm. This is a player who's looking for something. Narset is annoying, but doesn't stop Oracle. Flusterstorm, okay. That's also annoying, but doesn't stop Oracle. Dispute. Okay, I drew a blue card and it's a counterspell. Okay. Paradigm shift. It's time to go. As long as 3 cards don't end up in my graveyard before I Oracle, it's fine. Force of negation. Shit. If I Mystical Dispute, you have Flusterstorm. Okay, I'm going to Mystical Dispute the Force. What did Force pitch? Brainstorm. Not great for me. Fluster would be for 4. I can pay 3 and then counter the last copy and then just slow the game down. Okay, Paradigm Shift. They could just be flustering this rather than getting the stack all weird. Yeah, that looks like what's happening. Flusterstorm for 4. Hey. Do I want to spend Force or Pact on this? My deck, when Paradigm Shift will resolve, will be Mystical Dispute, Impulse, Force of Will. I don't really want to take a turn off for Oracle, so yeah, I'll force the last copy. Okay. My deck is now 3 counterspells, or 2 counterspells and a cantrip. Drawing Mystical Dispute would be great for me, but I can also take my time if they're not doing anything, like, really punishing. Alright, that was the best draw. If they pitch Force... Okay, if I wait, is it getting better or worse? Like, they can hardcast Force here. They pitch cast Force and pay for Mystical Dispute, I lose. I can wait until my situation is Mystical Dispute and Force backup. Force blue card are the last 2 cards in my deck, but that gives them turns to figure out what's going on here. And then being a Red Blast deck is really scary. But can I beat Red Blast anyway? If they Red Blast my Oracle, and then I force the Red Blast, and then they force my Force, Mystical Dispute doesn't work anyway. Oh, right now I lose to Swords to Plowshares because I actually have cards in my deck. All right, I'm gonna wait. Ugh, I hate this. And waiting makes their hand better, but waiting also makes my hand better. There's Impulse. They hit their land drop. Now they can Force and Pyroblast. Okay. Well, it's now or never. This is what we came for. I've sculpted. Let's see if I'm punished. They hardcast the Force. I'll be feeling really good. They just gave up hardcast Force. Okay. I'm going to let Snapcaster resolve. Snapcaster is going to target Pyroblast. And I'll force the Pyroblast. I'm just tying up mana wherever I can here. Yeah, if they have a blue card to pitch to Force, then I can't win. Yeah, drawing that 6th land, it's fucking brutal. Oh wow, they're just saving the Pyroblast. Yeah, they can pay for this, or yeah, the 6th land did it for them. They missed the land last turn and then hit it this turn. And we will never know if... Well, we know they drew land. So they either had Snapcaster on the turn I decided to wait, or they drew it on the one turn that... There was one turn last turn where they drew a spell. Yeah, I can hardcast Mystical Dispute, but it doesn't matter because they could pay for Xaxes. And they know exactly what my deck is and my hand. Maybe there's no lands left in their deck, and the fetch land is a trick. Nah. Drawing that land was it. Death on the margins here. Yeah, we knew about Force of Will. Snapcaster was a maybe. Given the information I have here, like knowing they drew the 6th land last turn eliminates one draw step, and yeah. What did they pitch to Force? They just pitched a Flusterstorm to Force? Did that just happen? Yeah, wow. Yeah, so if we eliminate even one of these cards, we knew about Force. They either had Flusterstorm or Snapcaster Mage last turn. Yeah, I think it was right to wait. But yeah, they just had it. Did not see red mana. They hit it really well for me game 1, so I didn't bring in Chalices, and I got chewed up by Pyroblast. Fair enough. On to the next one. I'm on the draw. I have 2 layers of protection, half the combo, and a digger. I'm going to keep it. It's weird calling them cantrips when they cost 2, but I guess they are still cantrips. Yeah, found the best turn 1 play in my deck. Step through Spellseeker. God, these all suck. I guess I want Spellseeker. And Spellseeker can jump out, grab a Pact in like a high resource counter war. Sure. Uh-oh, a volcanic island. Was this Storm again? Okay. Oh, Grixis control. That's a deal. Ooh. Lotus Petal was a good find. Now I can actually activate Hermy if necessary, if they have a Narset, which is apparently a card I care about. Really almost anything, but they are a deck with really good removal. I guess running Lotus Petal out into Hitotsugu Consumes All is not great, but I would counter Hitotsugu Consumes All because yeah, it's a card I would ignore if Lotus Petal wasn't in play. Oh, that one I'm fighting over. Getting the back end of Hermit into play, I'm pretty excited about. That's why I was so aggressive about that. Ooh, or I could just re-front end. I'll make them deal with the back end first. Got a Force of Will out of this boy? Force pitching Snapcaster Rage. It countered EI, and then force pitching Snapcaster. That's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1. I guess I sacked the Lotus Petal, so it's a 5 for 2. Deal. This is where they combo kill me somehow. Yeah, that almost qualifies. Sanctuary, pick up the EI. I have another Hermit to drop this turn, though. I can beat up on the next EI. My life total with the double Tomb getting pecked by Baleful Strix is not free. That's a good one, though. 11 Hermit, get back in there. I feed on Malevolence. Yeah, so if they play a land before EI, it can resolve. If they do that, though, then they can't hit a land off EI. Hull Breacher, okay. Don't actually care about that. It does attack me for 3. That's what I'm most worried about out of the Hull Breacher. Okay, they went for the land drop to make sure the iteration resolved. Kraken a fetch up front. Iteration with all the mana available. I guess if I had made them pay 3 for iteration, they're still not going to get a spell off it. But they have to find a creature off it to play this turn, or else I counter that. And it has to be something I care about, or else I just ignore it and impulse my way into a win. Thoughtseize. That's a card I care about. I will be countering that. And attack me for 4, I go to 10. These Ancient Tombs are adding up, for sure. Ugh. Guess I bring my Hermit back. I'm going to Impulse now while I have mana floating, in case I find something I want to cast. There's Oracle. I am still not ready for next turn, but that is the essential piece that I was missing. Yeah, I'm going to grab Oracle, and this mana tragically goes unspent. Too many Ancient Tombs this game. But I do have a blocker. I will trade off with Hull Breacher if I get the opportunity. My hand's full of counter spells. It's not really what we're fighting about. My life total is now the precious resource. Brainstorm into Ponder. I think if I cast Force of Will this turn, it's going to pitch Thought Lash. Oh, Thought Lash prevents this damage, though. It buys me another turn. Oh, yeah, Thought Lash is better than Paradigm Shift here. Yeah, Oh. Sudden Edict. Well, I guess I'm dead. I'll sacrifice this one. Yeah, I take 4 here, can't tap Ancient Tomb. Well, fuck, alright. Maybe I was supposed to go for Thought Lash that turn. Yeah, I just forgot about the damage mode. Wow, shit. Alright, yep. Mistakes were made. Yeah, just the actual text on Thought Lash would have stabilized that game for me, let me hide behind my counter spells, and then win next turn. An Ancient Tomb does deal damage, not cost life, so you can even pay 2 cards to stop Ancient Tomb from hurting you. Disappointing. Alright, Chalice has to come in here, Mystical Dispute has to come in here. Chalice is always going to be on 1 in this matchup, so my Lotus Petals are safe. Those might still be cuts, though. And cutting blue sources hurts. I just cut 5 blue sources from the deck. But there are a lot of them. Am I being results-oriented after last game, or do I actually need to protect my blue sources? Mystical Dispute's good. Chalice is good. The whole combo's here. Is a piece of fast mana better than an Impulse in this matchup? I'm willing to believe. Or between the Chalices and Mystical Disputes, I can back off of Pact of Negation. Get some petals back in. I'm going to try that. Oh, this is a no-lander. Gonna mulligan it. This one is much better. I'm gonna keep this and send Impulse. And this hand is really soft to Thoughtseize. I could send the island, but we just had that conversation. All right, I'm gonna send Impulse and try to keep my mana up. No Thoughtseize here. Okay, I have Oracle now, which means I can step through for Hermit. I'm trying not to just jam Thought Lash onto the stack in the face of Pyroblast. This is probably a Strix. Strix confirmed. And if I step through for Hermit here, they're going to know that I have an Oracle. I'm okay with them knowing that. Hermit. Another Scary. I could get Hermit down now, or I could threaten win next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not doing that, though. I just tutored for a protection spell. I'm not about to spew it off to go fast. If I was going to go fast, Thought Lash would already be at least on the stack, if not in play. Lightning Bolt resolves. Ooh, Shelldock Isle. Does that change anything? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can Oracle off of that next turn, and it makes the Thought Lash a bigger threat when it does go. Chalice doesn't help. Mystical Dispute might. Get that Geist back in there. Sudden Edict. Alright, still in the deck. That's out of here. Sudden Edict is a potent way to punish someone who doesn't go all the way empty with an Oracle. Narset is annoying, but not super potent here. Pyroblast, face up. It's go time. Not attack with Baleful Strix. What's that about? What haste creature do they think I have? I guess Emrakul is something I could have. Do I want to tap Scary here? I have another one coming down, and threatening the Shelldock, I think, is exciting. Thought Lash on the stack. This should flush out the Pyroblast. Pyroblast, backup Scary. They're currently pretty scared of this Shelldock Isle. Wink, wink. They Blood Moon or Ruination me here. That would certainly do it. Lightning Bolt does not contribute to this game plan at all. Baleful Strix tapped out their black mana. A Thoughtseize would be devastating here. Well, I guess I could flip the Thoracle into my deck. Oh, that's so much fucking worse. Fuck. Well, guess I lose. Active Negation, and... well, I drew Oracle. All hope isn't lost yet. Got me with their own combo. Thoughtseize, damn it. Do I have to pact this? 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can pay for it. I don't think I'm winning a game where I don't pack this. This Oracle is my only shot at glory here. They seem to be thinking about something, and you definitely counter this. I think they're weighing like the, is this bait versus, I mean, you just get me hellbent. I think this is a pretty easy call if you have the Pyroblast. Well, they just tapped red and then untapped red. They have it. Okay, they're letting me pay for pact instead. I guess what I want to happen here is draw Chalice. I pay for pact. I draw Chalice. I cast Chalice on 2, or on 1 for 2. And then their only interaction is Pyroblast, and I draw one of my payoffs, or one of my enablers for the following turn. Sounds reasonable. Mystic Sanctuary. Picking Thoughtseize back up. Alright, well, I literally need Chalice now. Also the Void off the top. Jealous, jealous, jealous. Oh my god. There might be a chance. Okay. Chalice of the Void. Don't you force to will me. Alright, Chalice is in. They're drawing Thoughtseize that they can't cast. Kolagon's Commander, Hidetsugu Consumes All. Both just Shadow Realms me. Hull Breacher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm at 2. I could draw... if they have nothing, and I draw exactly Paradigm Shift, I can win. Got me good on that one. Remember the spell I cast on my turn? Re-Narset. Activate Narset. Show me Pyroblast. Or Ponder, or Brainstorm. Something that Chalice handles. Not that. Force of Negation. Okay, so I have to hope they don't have a land or blue card in their hand. Alright, deck. Put it together for me. Oh my god. Well, we know about the Force of Negation. Can I have this? No blue card? No blue card? No blue card? Damn it. All right, we're dead. My deck did deliver exactly what it needed to. Found Oracle off the Days Undoing, Chalice to protect me, Thought Lash to enable the Oracle. But yeah, they just had too much. When your opponent draws 7 while mind twisting you, it's hard to come back. But we made a run out of it. I'm on the play in the last round with a Shelldock Isle, Hermit for protection, a lot of mana. I don't have A or B. I'm going to try this and probably regret it. I'm kind of just stress testing the deck here. Like, I'm playing leagues. I'm play testing here. Like, this is not the Pro Tour. This is not high stakes Magic. 3 paradigm shifts to the bottom of the deck, by the way. Yeah, I'll put a Force of Will under there. Like, basically, whether Shelldock Isle found Jace Oracle there or did not was like, does my hand have any cards in it or not? Oh, Verdant Catacombs. Gonna get punished for not dumping out my Lotus Petals. Oh, Ignoble Hierarch. This is either Food Chain Goblins or just like nothing. Well, I can turn to a Jace. 1, 2, 3, 4. This card costs triple blue, so I have to use my Lotus Petals anyway. I'm going. Right, if you're gonna show me a mana dork, I'm just gonna slam this powerful spell. If I start milling them, they may have some synergy. If I start milling myself, Paradigm Shift gets turned off and I have to mine or Thought Lash. Because flipping 20 cards into my deck isn't a useful exercise. But slow jacing is a thing. I'm gonna go after them. I hope I'm not wrong. Swords of Plowshares, Collector Oof. Alright, well, glad I spewed off my Lotus Petals before that Oof showed up. This is not Goblins. This is some sort of creature toolbox deck. I expect Green Sun Zenith to be in this deck if we have Collector Roof and a Mana Dork. Sort of like Abzan Maverick or something. Thalia. I can just put Malevolent Hermit in front of that and buy a lot of time. Let's keep drawing extra cards. X-Drinker, nasty. Alright. They might be a Knight of the Reliquary or Elvish Reclaimer deck. I still think I need to focus on maybe finding my last Paradigm Shift. Oh, rewarded. Okay, I found my last Paradigm Shift. Amy. Right, Malevolent Hermie. The Hex Drinker can get up to level 4 or level 3 this turn. It can get up to 4/4 size this turn if they just elbow tap into it. I have Force of Will with the Thalia tax paid. Gotta expect Wasteland out of a deck like this, right? Collector Roof and Thalia in your green base deck. This is a Wasteland deck. Wait, did I have the win last turn and I just didn't fucking do it? Yeah, Jace just wins the game last turn, doesn't it? What the fuck is wrong with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have made their land drop for the turn. Yeah, if I just cast Paradigm Shift, there's no cards in my graveyard. Mill 2, draw 1. The game is over. God damn it, Brian. All right. Okay. That's Exile-based removal. And let's hope that I can not get punished here. I don't deserve it, but Lord, I've seen what you've done for others, and I want you to do it for me. Jace is going to 2. He doesn't need that much, though. We're cracking Marsh Flats. I can't believe I just, like, ripped the win and did not recognize it. Other runes don't care. And leveling up Hex Drinker. Okay. All right. Unpunished. Ancient Tomb. Paradigm Shift. Target player mills 2. Then you draw a card. I only have 2. That's the right number. Whee! Drew so hot I could just randomly take a turn off because I didn't recognize the combo was right in front of me. Blah. Okay. Luckily unpunished there. Rushing River. This is the type of matchup this is for. Just bouncing random hate bears and shit. Echoing Truth. That's what this is for as well. Don't know what to expect out of this opponent. We saw Abzan mana, but the Ignoble Hierarch also taps for red. Like, should I be respecting Pyroblast here? Should I just be playing to the board? I don't think this player is going to do anything that I need to Pact of Negation. And I saw a bunch of one-drop creatures at the very least. Like the Chalices could come in and Umara Wizard or Spellseeker take a break. This is a Wasteland deck. All right, Spellseeker, you're out. Umara Wizard. You made the cut, buddy. Do me proud. This is a very fast one. I'm gonna keep it and hope they can't interact. Ignoble. Oh, double Oracle. We just got even more exciting here. So if I go Island, Lotus Petal, Paradigm Shift, there's one card in my deck. How do they beat me? Choke, I lose on the spot. Thalia doesn't stop this. You know what? If you're given the opportunity to assert yourself against someone who didn't register Force of Will, you do it. Okay, one card in my deck. Oh, I even beat Choke because I draw the Petal and I have 2 blue anyway. They could like Swamp and one of those extraction effects. Oh god. If they Thoughtseize and Surgical, but I do have 1 Thoughtseize beat. Don't have the Surgical, you maniac. Don't you do it. Concede the game. Give up. Please. Please. I need this. No! And I'm 1 mana short of casting Jace also with the Lotus Petal. My greed. Alright, fine. I think I would have won that game going long, but it's also fun to jam. Now we know they have Thoughtseize. Lesson learned. Okay, now I'm on the play. And Chalice of the Void, extra good now that I know about the discard spells. I'm not going to pack discard spells. Yeah, this is my sideboard plan. Chalice, but it's not till turn 2. I think that's still fine. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to play Sappers and Scary, because if they're going to Wasteland me, then we just play turn 1 over again, and I'm okay with that. I would like to outmuscle any Thalia type of business that might occur here. Sappers and Scary, also notably not an island for Choke. Maybe they'll just Mother of Runes go. Oh, that is black mana. Ignoble. Okay. Chalice for 1, get in there. Sappers and Scary, get in there. Alright, hand is 3 Thoughtseizes, a Mother of Runes, a Hex Drinker, and another Ignoble Hierarch. I'm calling it now. Wow, they had it and didn't know how it worked. Whoops. Oh my god. Put that in my veins. They had the answer and just misunderstood the rules. You gotta put an X into that, buddy. Collector, oof. Okay, my Lotus Petals are off. That does not affect Chalice of the Void as a magic card, though. Gonna get Hermit into play. Now I have some protection for Chalice, or I could just... because they can't cast 1-drops. 2-drops I can zap. It's about the Hate Bears now. Choke. I have... I mean, I could counter this pretty easily. Yeah, I guess I will. Like, I had a bunch of non-island mana here. They can't, like, Pyroblast or Veil of Summer because of Chalice. Play Hex Drinker post-combat. Anything's on the table now. Ooh, a Lash. Do I just win? I just win if they have nothing. What could they have? Endurance? That doesn't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thought Lash. I guess I play the Oracle and then just start exiling cards. Okay, Oracle. Do I get a trigger? Alright, trigger's on the stack. Gonna exile my deck in response. Even if they have Endurance, I can exile my deck and still, again, after that. And I have 4 Devotion right now. So Endurance isn't even enough. Okay. I have no deck. There go the Thought Lash resolutions, and then we Oracle out of here. Alright. Salvaged the 2-3 record at the end. We defeated 2 decks that largely didn't interact with us in Storm and Abzan Maverick. We lost to Storm that also didn't interact with us, but did go faster in 2 out of 3 games. And we lost to the 2 decks that contained Pyroblast. One of them was my fault. I didn't see the line to Otawara the Narset untap and go off with Jace. Lesson learned. That's one of those mistakes you make once. And like I said, these are, when I'm on here, I'm never, well, sometimes I am, but I'm generally not claiming to be a deck expert. I am playtesting and learning for to help you all not make those same mistakes. Like, let me make them for you, or see them coming and avoid them and talk through them so we can all skip the mistakes together. But yeah, forgetting that Otawara is a tool to remove a Narset from play and just thinking about it as like a mana source to try to go bigger, that was a mistake that you only make once. Missing the paradigm shift against Abzan that in the last round, that was a little awkward. Still won the game, but I mean, check for lethal before you do anything else. But I did correctly identify that I should be milling my opponent and not myself. That line wouldn't have been available if I was milling myself with the Jace. The Umara Wizard never came up. I did Spellseeker once. I never stepped through for Spellseeker or Umara Wizard. I feel like I did very little stepping through in this league in general. Did I cycle this thing, what, like twice? It is obviously necessary. I'm not saying because it didn't come up it's not good, but I don't know how robust that package has to be. And I did sometimes feel like I just wanted another way to do something. So I think that adding another land to this deck, even another Otawara, would probably be good. I'm going to add another Otawara. I'm going to cut the Umara Wizard. That's too cute. It doesn't matter. Umara Wizard did pitch to Force once, which Otawara wouldn't do, but Otawara's out. I could also see an argument for the 4th Shelldock Isle. A lot of lists do have 4. That might be better than the 2nd Otawara. I don't know if you want to go down another island, because we did hurt for color mana multiple times. This combo does take 3 or 4. Or, 3 or 4, or even 5 if you have Thought Lash and Jace, blue mana to execute. Yeah, I think you do on another Shelldock, but I don't think Island is the cut. Maybe the Spellseeker is the cut, and we just play 21 lands. And that's more lands than I've seen in any other list for this deck, but the Otawara is a spell. Like, you don't want to play Otawara as a land. If you think of Otawara as a spell slot with flavor text that it can tap for blue, I think you'll be happier looking at this configuration. The Shelldock Isle 4 of is just 4 spells hidden in your lands as well. All I ever wanted to do in this league was Impulse for another look at the combo, and maxing out on Impulses makes sense. Having played this league, though, I do kind of like the idea of revisiting the main deck Chalice version. Like, if you just chuck your Force of Negations, put in Chalices, that's a compelling strategy, just being blue stompy prison kind of thing, but also a combo kill deck. So you're not really built for that. You only have 2 Ancient Tombs and the 4 Lotus Petals to get a turn 1 Chalice on 1. There's no Mox Opal in this deck. You're not on like 4 Tombs plus 2 City of Traders. Yeah, you're not really built to be a good Chalice deck. Okay, I talk myself out of it. I like the packs better. Be a combo deck game 1, become a prison deck game 2, if it's appropriate for the matchup. That's where I'm going to leave this. Mana kind of hurt a lot, and selection hurt a little bit. So adding 2 lands to the deck, both of which double as spells or card selection, makes sense to my brain. This combo is very cool. It's very powerful. If you play tight, it doesn't give you much room to mess up. I will say that. Like, no brainstorm, no ponder. Nobody's coming to fix your mistakes. If you do something like play Otawara instead of channeling it, that's it. You blew your shot. So putting in the work, you'll be rewarded. I think I could have at least 3-2'd this league if I played perfectly. And the Jeskai deck tricked me. They were actually a Pyroblast deck after just showing me blue-white in game 1. Maybe I should have assumed that. That's something else that a deck expert would know, that like, oh, blue-white decks. There are no blue-white decks. They are all Jeskai decks, at least on like a tiny splash, if nothing else. So maybe that's something I should have identified and is on me. Still won a couple matches, though, even playing suboptimally, and we learned a lot of cool lessons. Hopefully my changes to the list make sense, and I'm going to leave that there. Matt, thank you for asking me to play this super cool deck that exists on the fringes of Legacy. I've seen this enough in leagues lately that getting a chance to pilot it myself is actually an exciting opportunity, know like kind of what the pressure points are. And everyone else, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out all the links to my stuff in the video description below, and I'll see you for the next one.